Hi everybody, this is Heather Coleman, intuitive medium, spiritual coach, yoga instructor, and Reiki and energy work practitioner. Just briefly, because people ask me this so much, I am wearing strawberry quartz today and aquamarine for this video. So our topic today is, what is reincarnation? And, there is so much to this. And, my goal for today is just to give you a basic overview for people that are brand new to this, and maybe also to give you something that you may not already know if you're someone that's been working on this. Maybe you've been looking at past lives, past life regression, who knows. So the hope is that new people and seasoned spiritualists alike will get something from this. So what reincarnation is, it's this whole belief system that we do not just have one life. So people who believe this school of thought do not believe that you only live once. Maybe we still believe that life is short, but we in fact believe that our soul goes through many lives. And why? To perfect the soul, to learn, to evolve, to ultimately seek enlightenment and to become like God or Source. And this is not a religious slant on anything whatsoever. It's just that simply this whole belief system that there is a God, a creator, or more than one being, if you want to look at it that way, and that we are going through these life cycles, these incarnations, these journeys, these schools, to learn, to grow, to change, and to become more like God, more like the creator, and to evolve. So when we think about reincarnation, incarnate is in flesh. Discarnate would be a spirit that is not currently physically incarnated, living a life. So with all this in mind, the theory is that we have all had more than one life on Earth. Myself personally, I am on life number 52 out of 52. But something I like to share with people that I haven't really heard from a lot of experts, but this comes up a lot in my work with clients. Our souls do not necessarily live all of our lives in chronological order, because in the spiritual realm, time does not work there the way it works here. Here in 3D on Gaia, Mother Earth, time goes left to right. There we go, that's left to right, chronologically, like a line on a paper. But over on the other side, that's not the case. And so on the other side, we have our lives lined up like a Rolodex. And when I say we, and I'm talking about the other side, I'm talking about our souls that were created by loving, wonderful beings. Our souls that never die, that are always fresh and young. Our souls, when we are discarnate in the spiritual state, can look at like a list of lives, so like a Rolodex. That's the visual I always have. It's like a Rolodex of lives. And it might be someone, for example, would say, you know what, I need to work on faith and patience, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this life I've carefully and diligently designed for myself in, let's say, the 1800s. And I come back. How did I do on that life? I did quite well. Well, now I want to continue to work on patience, so I'm going to go down to this life here that I haven't completed yet in the 1200s. This life that's going to require patience on my part. And then that soul is going to come back afterward. How did I do? I could have done a little bit better. Maybe I should do a life next that's going to require just a little less patience because I need to recover. That was a hard life. I'm going to jump over to 2001 and I'm going to be born to that life. So I hope this makes sense, because what we just talked about, isn't something that I have heard or read anywhere, but I think it's really good for us to understand that whole concept and to be able to at least begin to wrap our human minds around the bigger picture, which is that this life we're living, it is super important. And it's part of a series. It's part of, you might think of this as a book series or a series of movies or a Netflix series. How about a limited Netflix series? Maybe that's not a great analogy, but whatever the case, I think you get the idea. Like, I've met people that have had hundreds of lives. But there are subcategories of lives. Like, I'll use myself as an example. I'm in a trilogy, and I'm on the third life, chronologically speaking, of a 3-life trilogy that did go basically in order, but not all life sequences go in order. So what this tells us is that there is a lot bigger plan and picture to things, which I think most people that are going to find my videos that are looking for metaphysical truth and spiritual understanding for themselves, I think people of this mindset, we do already firmly believe there's so much more than what's right in front of us. There's a much bigger plan and purpose. And when we can wrap our minds around the idea that we've got a whole series planned on this planet on Earth, and there are reasons for that. Most people that I encounter are here for 2 main reasons here on Earth, incarnating in an incarnation cycle here. Most of the people I encounter are here to, in fact, develop their soul, advance their soul, and to help planet Earth, because planet Earth has a lot of challenges and a lot of work to do here, right? A lot that's not going right, and a lot that we can do better with as a human race. So with all of this in mind, we do have these interconnected series of lessons such as patience, faith, love, temperance, that can span many lives to master a certain lesson. And you've heard me talk today about the fact that we are looking at the fact that we have series of lives on Earth. Now, some people will have a 12-part series, one under each zodiac sign, but not everyone. Not everyone, but many people do indeed have that. So some of you, your minds maybe perhaps are already going to this whole idea of, well, I'm in this incarnation cycle of lives I'm doing on Earth. What about other places? And the answer to that, well, what about other places, is absolutely, because in fact, planet Earth is not a birthing planet or a creation planet for souls. And we were all created somewhere by someone. We sure were, or many someones, like a team of creationists. That's a great word. So Earth is not a first planet for anyone. So just a little something to send you with, maybe when you go into meditation or whatever work you're doing, you're not on your first, this isn't your first rodeo. It's not mine either. Not anyone you know. No souls are created on Earth, and Earth is not a first planet because it's a hard boot camp. So this is not your first school. It's not your first planet. You've been on at least 2 others. So in fact, I should also explain, Earth is not a first, and so rarely a second planet. Incredibly rare. So that could be a topic for another video. And in fact, I think if I see interest in that, we could get into the other types of planets and life cycles that are out there, an incarnation series that souls go through. But for today, I want to leave you with this. Your soul is timeless, ageless. You are here on planet Earth, on Gaia, for a very specific mission. Even if you don't consciously know what it is, if you want to understand better your soul's mission, your life purpose, and maybe, and this next part, this is why I do past life readings and why I help people with this. Some people, I think, have a better idea wrapping their mind around their hardships and why they feel they made certain mistakes in their life or things have been done to them, whatever it is, when we can sometimes tie the life we're living in now to some other lives that are related to this one, whether we're talking about past or even future lives, believe it or not. So that's just something to think about, is that the life you're living right now is part of a series of lives with very specific goals and purposes. So with that, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, so you never miss a Learn video. Please comment, find me on Facebook. If you want to get deeper into a topic we've talked about, please let me know. And otherwise, check out the meditations. We've got yoga videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.